everybody to the Single and Stilettos Show. I'm Suzanne Oshima, and I'm a matchmaker and dating coach at Dream Bachelor and Bachelorette, and I'm also the founder of Single and Stilettos. Today we have on our show Jonathon Aslay, and he's a dating and relationship coach for women at understandmennow.com. And I'm so excited to have him here today because we're talking about a very hot topic. Why men suddenly disappear. I think every woman has had this happen to her. But before we get into this hot topic, Jonathon, tell our audience a little bit about you.
Well, my name is Jonathon Aslay, and I'm a dating and relationship coach for women. I'm known as the guy spy to the male mind, and I'm a heart protector for women. And my journey to this is a lot different than most. You know, it came through a lot of blood, sweat, and tears of online dating. And I share that with you right now is because I went out on over 300 dates. I was the guy who would come on strong and then suddenly disappear. So I'm so excited to be talking about this topic because I'm going to give you the male perspective.
Oh, I love that you shared that because now women could say, wow, we're getting this firsthand from a guy who actually has done this. He doesn't do it anymore, ladies, so don't get mad at him.
I'm happily in love.
Exactly. So, Jonathon, tell us, why do men suddenly disappear?
Oh, my God, this is like the topic that's on my blogs almost every day of the week. And here's the thing about why men disappear. And what often happens in dating and relationships, especially when there's intense chemistry, is brain chemicals are running amok in our body. There's chemicals like testosterone. There's chemicals like dopamine. There's chemicals like estrogen. And there's one for women called oxytocin. And all of this chemical cocktail makes us feel like we're in love. Okay? So these chemicals are surging through our body, and it actually are feel-good chemicals. Very much like being on crack cocaine or being on heroin, where you feel good, like all your problems have just disappeared, okay? Mm-hmm. So what often happens in dating relationships, and when men have strong chemistry, they take off like a rocket. They're so into you. They're texting you 400,000 times a day. There's conversations on the phone, there's getting together, and then there's intimacy, and then there's sex, because you feel like you're so connected, like you could read each other's minds, okay?
Right.
And what happens is after a man has had sex with a woman, and he's released, himself to you, all of a sudden, if there's, these chemicals start to dissipate, okay? And pretty soon these chemicals disappear. And then what happens next to a man is totally confusing to him. Because what he doesn't realize is he's not into you anymore, but he doesn't know why. He doesn't understand what's happening because most men haven't been educated on chemistry and what really happens.
Right.
All they know is they're just not into you anymore. And what often happens to women, especially if these male adults you're with are boys, which I mean are immature, they just absolutely disappear.
Right.
They stop calling, they stop texting, they stop avoiding you. And quite frankly, in their own mind, they don't know why they don't like you anymore. All they know is they need to get away. Mm-hmm. Now, if a man's not feeling it, he at least has the courtesy to say something, and at least acknowledge where his feelings are at. And usually this happens more with boys because they're more apt to pursue a relationship based on chemistry, where a man pursues a relationship based on friendship, based on shared values, based on potential compatibility, that sort of thing. So they don't rush it as quickly. But I want to differentiate between the men and the boys. So boys are the ones who tend to disappear.
Exactly. I think that's a great point. And I want to ask you a question because I see this a lot with a lot of my clients, and that is, like you talked about in the beginning stages of dating, like he's all over you, like he's texting you all the time, calling you, and wants to see you, and blah, blah, blah. And I have women tell me, like, he's moving so fast, and they kind of just go along with it. Yeah. And to me, that's always a red flag. If someone's moving too fast, it's not a race to the finish line, right? I mean, it's up to the woman to control it a little, right?
I have a saying, men set the pace, women set the boundaries.
Exactly.
Okay? Now, here's the thing. So now he's come on strong, and you fought right into it. You are madly in love, and you're just as equally as into him as you.
Right.
And then he disappears. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, you're strung out because there's that chemical called oxytocin, which has bonded you to this man.
Right.
And You are strung out on a guy that you're not even sure you really like. And I want to challenge you women on this if this ever happened. Is this a guy that you'd marry tomorrow that you've known for 3 weeks? Is this a guy that you'd give him your entire bank account because he needs your financial assistance? Is this a guy that you would take care of him if he was in a car accident and he's paralyzed? And would you spend the rest of your life with a guy you've known 3 or 4 weeks? You know, don't give, a man your don't give him your heart until he's earned it.
Would you say that it's almost, because if it happens that quickly, like within the first couple weeks of dating, would you almost call that infatuation?
Well, it's infatuation or lust, really. I mean, but it's really it's chemistry. And everyone, it's interesting. Most people are so looking for intense chemistry because they feel like that's real love. And real love is holding hands through the storm. Real love is being there for each other when things are going tough. Real love is accepting someone for who they are and not the way you wish them to be. That's what real love is. So what's important in the early stages of dating, and especially for women, is pace yourself. Because he's interviewing for the job as your boyfriend.
Exactly.
And if he's already trying to, I love it when guys say, "Oh my God, you're so perfect, I want to marry you," and they've known a woman for a week, and then 3 weeks later he goes, "I'm not looking for a serious relationship."
Exactly.
And that just cracks me up. It's important to pace the relationship and build friendship. That's the relationships that withstand the test of time. Build friendship and not the chemistry, if you will.
Exactly. And ladies, I want to bring up another point is the man that disappears really quickly and you get all bent out of shape about it and you're upset and you're like, "Oh my God, he was so great. I don't understand." Really, if a guy disappears like that, he's going to disappear when other bigger things happen. And so is that really the guy that you want to be with? I don't think it is.
No, if he's going to cave in and fold early, he's not going to be able to handle the storms. And all relationships have bumps and, bruises along the way and storms. And, the ones that withstand the test of time are the ones where they can hold hands. And I saw this recently. It says, "We view the world through the same window." We view the world through the same window.
That's awesome. I love that. Well, these have been some awesome tips. So, Jonathan, tell our audience how they can find you.
Well, I can be found at understandmennow.com, understandmennow.com. And if you go there, I'm giving away a ton of free gifts for you to just join my email community. And it includes how to get any guy to open up, 3 heartbreaking mistakes women make in relationships, plus tips on where to meet great guys if you're single and looking. So go to understandmennow.com.
Great. Thanks so much, Jonathan, for being on the show. And thanks, everybody, for joining us on the Single and Stiletto Show. If you like our show, it's available both in video format and podcast format. If you'd like to view the videos, you can go to singleandstilettos.com. And if you'd like to get the podcast, you can download it from iTunes. And if you'd like to get our free report on the top 10 secrets on what attracts a man and what turns him off, you can click right here on the video, or you can go to singleandstilettos.com.